Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Anchor Snake here. I hope you're doing great today. Well, as you can see, we're at the IAE, and today's going to be my review of the new Drake Clipper, one of two ships that was introduced from Drake. And I can tell you, man, this thing's pretty cool, and I had a lot of fun taking it out and putting it through its paces and reviewing it, seeing what else it could do. So without further ado, let's get to it, y'all. Thanks for watching. All right, guys, we're on Daymar. We're going to do the exterior review first, and then we're going to take a look at the inside. Let's get going. Starting right here on the front, as always, we have this flat front end. This thing, I'm just going to be honest with you, when I first saw it, it reminds me of the Star Wars Jawa sandcrawler with wings and stuff. We've got two of these, I believe these are Manus GT220 Gatling guns. Working all the way around, we have, well, you got two buttons here. One does the ramp and then one does the elevator. Okay. There we go. Just kind of work our way around. Got engines, landing gear. Was it the Omnisky cannons? And a forevermore loadout of missiles. Fuel port. And looking around, looks pretty good. Really nice landing gear. Has that Corsair feel about it. Drake, beautiful, man. It looks really good as always. It looks like some type of like caterpillar, some type of heavy equipment that should be moving dirt or something. And that's really it. So just real quickly, we'll go over some of the stats that I think is important. The SCM speed is 205. The boosted speed is 405. Nav speed is 1000. Stock DPS is 1791 with the way it comes loaded out with a new car smell. Missile damage is about 30,000 plus. The body hit points is about 6,000 with shield bubble. With the standard shield bubble, what it comes with is 2,800. Quantum fuel is 1.7 and hydrogen fuel is 15. Internal storage is 2,000 internal personal storage, which is really cool. Rated SCU is 12. That's how much cargo it's rated to hold. But as you'll see in this video, you can get it to 16. And it comes with mostly civilian grade D components. So there's a lot of room for improvement. What is the purpose of this ship? The game says that this is a generalist, meaning that it can do a little bit of everything. And as you're about to see, that's definitely the case. It has a lot going on the interior. I would say just kind of 1,000 feet view. This is kind of just a ship to go cruising around in. It can make you a little bit of credits, but is not really meant to do anything specific. You can make decent credits running some of the rookie extra small direct cargo missions. It's just a general ship. It has no real intended purpose. Now there is a nice feature on the inside that we'll talk about when we get to the internal review, which we're going to do that right now. So let's go take a look on the inside. I will say probably one of the neatest features, and I'm glad they did it, but at the same time, I wish they hadn't. The way you get to the flight station or the cockpit, whatever you want to call it, is the quickest way is to take this elevator up. You take this up, and then you can go right around the corner to your right and go up this ladder, and then boom, you're in the flight station. You're not messing around going up a million different ladders. I think that's great. So well done. But at the same time, what you're going to find when we get to the loading part of this video is that this bit right here is going to wreck our day. This one bulkhead right here. Keep that in mind. So starting right here in the cargo area, you have a 12 SCU cargo grid, and it fits right here. So you can put 2s and 1s in any combination that you can come up with. But you also can put right here, you can put cargo here and you can put cargo here and it'll stick. So you can get up to 16 SCU, but you're probably going to need to use 1s. You can probably put a 2 standing up, but this last one becomes very difficult. 15 is easy. 16 is kind of difficult. Just keep that in mind, and you still have room to walk around. What I found during testing is that nothing really wants to live on this ramp. Sometimes it can stick, but most of the time it just morphs right through there. Okay, and that's the cargo area. Coming up here to the second deck is kind of an engine area. It looks really, really good. And I like this part right here. They got these gauges with the you know, they're moving. I think that's really awesome. We got some components here. We have a power plant, and they're kind of scattered everywhere. Going to this door, we entered into the med bay, which is odd. You notice there's no fire extinguishers right now. There right here is 1325. Was it 1350? Yeah, 1350 of internal personal storage. So remember that number. That's the first bit, right? Then you have your med bed. Right here is where you can put your meta-gel when you finally run out. And I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time in here. It looks really good, as always. Place to probably store meta-gel if you want to put it in there. Stuff's at 100K a pop, so yeah, I wouldn't fly around with much of it. And this is probably the biggest draw for this ship. It's the only ship in the game right now that currently has it. I know this, the future stuff is coming out. This will be a big deal, but this is a crafting table right here. All right, so it doesn't have functionality yet, but it will. So one of the probably the biggest, neatest features of this ship is this little table right here. Moving forward, we have a little bit of a storage area, weapon storage area right here. So when you come up from the exterior, you can store your weapons if you want. Maybe one day this will be a usable space, but right now that's it, guys. The second deck is complete. Looks really good. We'll go up to the top deck, where the hab and the flight station is, and we'll cover that in a minute. Move back here to the hab, and it looks good. We got sink, a little food prep area, a little table, and then we have, I guess you could probably hang pictures or something right here. I guess that's what that's for. Then we have it looks like the overhead storage you would see in an airplane, but those don't have functionality. Of course, we have the bed, and then we have turn the lights back on. Then we have our head, and then down here, there's the bed. Lights on, lights off. That's kind of cool, right? And then we have, what was it, 650K of SU. So that makes us 2,000 SU of storage, which is awesome. And then moving back here is engineering. So you have the engineering terminal, and then all the bits and bobs that goes with that, components and such. So, and this, man, these engines look good. It looks like I should be on fire right now. Then you also have a little escape hatch right here. You can jump down and get down to the second deck. And that is it for the interior, except for the pilot seat. There's one other thing we'll talk about in just a second. So here's the pilot seat, and it's typical Drake. It looks like a Corsair. That's what it looks like to me. We'll start over here. We'll just kind of got power on, engines on. Let's see, what do we have? I'm just kind of anything we can manipulate. We have exit, landing gear, and that. And then we have a light switch. Odd place for it, but there we go. Exits. We'll kind of go over the pips real quick. Look at that. Let's kind of give you an idea what that looks like, in case you're curious. I got the engines turned off at the moment. So one of the cool things about this, and I'll turn the engines back on here, is you have enough available to pretty much power everything, right? And that's neat. The only issue is it really needed another cooler. So very cool. And then this is your cannons, the Manus and the Omnisky. You know, that's what you got there, and I'll show you that real quick. There you go. That's what they look like shooting. And that is pretty much it, y'all, for the cockpit. Vision is pretty good. I can see down pretty well. I love the unobstructed looking up. I'm sideways. I wish there was a little bit more right here, you know, but it is what it is. Okay. There's two other things in here I wanted to show you that I forgot to mention. Obviously, there's a bunch of relays and junk like that, but you got two drop seats right here. And then you also have, so you have a seat here, 2 seats there, plus this one. So you could sit somebody if they wanted to sit, you could sit people, up to 4 people. All right, guys, there is the interior and exterior review of the new Clipper done and dusted. We're going to go back to the hangar, and then we're going to take a look at cargo loading and stuff like that. What can it hold? What other things can it do? So, like I said, the stock SU load is 16 on the cargo deck. There's 12 on the cargo deck. You can easily get it up to 16, but what I discovered is you can put cargo up here on the second deck, and you can put quite a bit. So in this testing, what I did find though, that the very first time I tried it is back in the med bay, when I set this SU container down, it disappeared. And it's up there by the door is where it'll occur at, right there. If you set a container down by the door, it'll disappear and it'll morph down to the cargo deck below on the first deck. So watch this. Boom, it'll disappear. So don't put nothing there, okay? And I'm going to go down the stairs. I'm going to go down the ladder right here, and you'll see it morph down to the little cargo deck, and there it is. All right. I'm going to take it back up, and I've got a little. You're going to see a little counter going right now to keep track of how much. I've edited a lot of this out, try to make it a little bit faster. So. I'm not going to show you all of my struggle. I just want you to want you to see that it is doable. So it will fit through the door. You just got to get it just right, but it does fit. Okay. We're going to take it back to the med bay. We're going to load the med bay up, but don't put it there like I showed you. CIG, can you please make it where these doors will stay open? Please? Stop the automatic closing bit. So yeah, this is the first place where I'm going to put it. I just set it down right here. Yeah, but that little bit right there, don't put no cargo past that line right there, okay, guys? And I wanted to grab a 2 and see if a 2 would fit. Because I didn't know if it would or not. And sure enough, a 2 will fit. But it is a pain to open the door with the 2. So again, CIG, please make it where the doors will stay open if we want them to. Yeah, it's very hard to open that door because of the 2. But I do eventually manage to get it open. Recommendation is to go around to the other side, pull it in. You see, I'll fight with it for a while. You gotta be fast. You gotta be quicker than that. And I finally get pissed off, and I was like, I go down and I go all the way back around through the med bay and just pull it in. And that's gonna be the easiest way to do it. If you want to load 2s, I was just wanting to see if I could do a 2. That's really all this really all it was. Just wanted to see if I could do it. 1s are a lot easier, guys. Just stick with 1s. But for the sake of the video, I was just testing. See what I mean? It's easier just to pull it, walk backwards with it. There you go. And I'll fiddle around with it. I fiddled around with like, what's the best place to put it for quite a while. I finally just settled right there next to the med bed eventually. But I'm going to edit a lot of that out because before editing this thing, it was like almost an hour of just this. And nobody wants to watch that. I certainly don't. So, but I do want to show you that you can get it on here and that I just didn't make this up.
Anyway, I get tired of it. And so we're up to, here comes the second 1 SCU container. Definitely a lot easier if you have a helper. After a while, you will get in the rhythm, but these stupid doors, man. It's cool, man, because it just all fits. It's like when the guys were designing the ship, it's almost like they had SU containers out, and they were just seeing it. They made it just perfectly where it would hold it. It's like they did it on purpose. Thank you, CIG. Fix the doors. We're gonna get a total of 18 SCU up here before it's all said and done with. And I fiddle with it and fiddle with it. You will too. Set it on the deck. That's where it's going to end up anyway. That'll work. So we got 3 1s and a 2 up here. It's 5 SCU. We'll grab another one. Now I'm thinking, I don't know why you would want to put yourself through this, but I guess maybe if you found a bunch of crates laying around and found some gold or something, yeah, it would definitely be worth fighting it. But unless you want to just like really maximize what you were going to do in some of these hauling missions, you could, but it's a pain. So it's the time that you invest doing it is not really worth it. That's the trade-off. Unless you got the cargo for free and it's all profit. Don't let it fall on your head there, Anchor. But this is more for science. I wanted to see what the ship hold. Initially, when I first time I tried loading it, I set the the container down in the med bay in that one little spot, and it ate it. And I was like, okay, nothing's going to work. Nothing up here is going to hold cargo, and I just left it at that. But I sat and thought about it. I was like, well, what about it just dawned on me. Well, what about the rest of it? And sure enough, it'll hold it. Now the cargo ramp won't, which is odd to me, but whatever. You got to get it just right. It'll go right through that door. There you go. Right there. Have to kind of resist the edge to. I think that's where I leave it. Just right there. That's plenty. Get it in there sometimes, but it'd be a booger to get out, so. Now we're going to start loading up the crafting room. And I had to, as you see, I'm starting to run out of ones. And so eventually I'm going to have to go up to Seraphim Station. I'm on Orison and get a bunch of more containers. Somehow I lost a pile of them. I guess I left them sitting on the, I guess I logged out, left them sitting on the cargo lift. And game just ate it. I should have went and bought a pile of weights. That's what I should have done. But whatever. There you go. So playing around with another 2. It's stuff like this, man. It's fun. I don't know why I enjoy this kind of junk. I just do. I like testing stuff and seeing what'll work and what won't. And I guess I'm just sick in the head that way. I don't know why, guys. I just do. I like it. But I'm going to fuss and fight with this thing for a while. Man, I hate to lose at checkers too, guys. I don't. There's not a lot of quit in me. There we go. I finally get it in there. I just want to see, can I put it on its end? Now, if this room was just a little bit taller, I could probably do it. I eventually settle on just leaving it right there, which is a good plan. I wish the crafting table area was a little bit taller. Stuff a SU container in there, but that'll work. And I'll grab another one. So what are we up to? 12 SCU. So we've already equaled the loadout. Now we're up to 13. So now we've doubled our capacity. And we still got more to go. We still got plenty of room. But it's, you know, it's at this point where everything starts to become really, really fiddly, you know, really cumbersome. And it's like, is it really worth the time to do this? Again, depends on how you come about the cargo. If you relieve somebody of their cargo, impressive that you pulled it off with a clipper, or maybe you had friends that helped you. Irregardless. Not the ship I would pick for that kind of adventure, but either way, each to their own. This is not about that. This is about what this brass will hold. And we're up to 14 SCU. It's gonna go. There we go. Not bad. I started to play with pulling a 2 up, but I said, nah, we'll just stick them on the cargo deck. So now we're just loading up the proper cargo deck with 2s because they're really easy to maneuver in here up to a certain point. And I actually have a pile of these. As long as you don't overload it, man, you can load up to 12 SCU little cargo area, and you can walk, you know, clean around it, no problem. So I kind of like that design. I like how the ramp, the little ramp area reminds me of the Corsair. Corsair has the same kind of little yellow handrails on it. There we go. Now the proper cargo deck is loaded completely. Now grab one more tube. And I don't recommend putting twos or trying to do twos here. I stick with ones. It's really hard to turn the corner. You can, but you're going to fight with it to get it loaded. You'll see that you can do it. It's doable, but it's just not worth your time. Unless that's all you have. I mean, if you try to maximize your credits and do what you got to do, but it will fit. But you're gonna fight with it for a while. You're gonna fight with the ones to get 16 SEU here, and you can get 16 right here. 15 is easier, but 16 is doable. It's just going to be difficult. And what I found during my first early stages of testing, if you put anything, see, I managed to get it in there. If you put anything on this ramp, there's a good chance you're going to lose it. And so I stick another 2 up here on the second deck, right here in this little area. And I think more than anything, I wanted to test it and see if it would stay. And I want to fly up to Seraphim Station, and I want to get a bunch of ones. I'm gonna buy a pile of them just for testing purposes. And so we get it loaded up. I was trying to close the ramp or the elevator. I do manage to get it to close. There we go. So you can put 3 SEU up here easy. Okay, well, it's not hard, but this one little spot here, you'll see. What we're going to do is we're going to pop up over to Seraphim Station and see, like I said, go up to the cargo center and then get some containers. I sure am glad that this ship hasn't killed me with the door the way the Asgard was doing. So looks like they fixed that little problem. I don't know, maybe it was just for that ship, but I haven't encountered it yet with the Clipper. Cool looking ship.
Engines online. Launch complete.
All right, you're clear to go.
Yep. I'm gonna pop up to Seraphim Station. Game was having that QT problem where it won't give you a route, so it's always a problem you have to deal with in this game, right? Always a workaround you got to figure out. And as a troubleshooter, that's kind of one of the reasons I like this game. I don't know, man, I'm just sick in the head that way. So here we are at Seraphim Station. In this particular run, man, I have a button I hit on my controller, my verbal control panel, and it calls for clearance. And in this particular instance, when I called, it showed me the hangar that it was going to give me. And then it finally, and that's why I'm heading over this way. I just wanted to test it. It showed me that I was going to get to land right over here. So I was just cruising along. This game is so beautiful. And that was it. I wish they would. That was a neat feature. I hope that stays. That way, it like highlights the one that's going to give you. You can start making your route to it, your way to it. You know, so when it is available. You're right there at it. I like that. This is a small hangar. This is a small ship. So easy to land. So now we're going to dump this 2 out. There you go. Let gravity help you get rid of it. You can just jump down right here. It's not going to hurt you if you jump. You don't have to. And I just want to let y'all know that you don't have to keep raising it. You can just drop down and you'll be fine. I'm not really sure why I brought it up here. I think in my mind, I just wanted to test it and see if it was going to stick. So now I'm going to run over to the cargo center and grab some more ones. Yeah. This was a very expensive test. There we are. I'm going to pull this other 2 out of here and get rid of it because I'm going to replace it with 1s. I don't know. It would be just about impossible to get those other ones in there with that 2 sitting there. It's just, as you're about to see. So that one goes in there. That's where you want it. Just get all up against the wall. We'll grab the next one. Just put it on top of that one. There you go. Yep, that'll work. Grab the 3rd one. It's the 4th one that's going to give you fits. It's tight. I mean, it's just, it's not meant. We're not meant to be doing this, but wink, wink. Yeah, you can. That's, if it wasn't meant, they would make it where it would stick. I don't know. Maybe it's not deliberate, but as you're gonna see, I'm gonna fight with this one just a little bit. If that opening was just a little bit bigger. Yeah, what you want to do is you want to get that bottom one all the way up against that other wall, that other bulkhead. And eventually you will be able to get this one in. And don't worry, once you get it in there, it's easy to unload it. The bottom one will just slide right out. No problem. It's just getting it in there. But it will go. I know what you think is like, Anchor, I do not want to be fighting with these. I totally get it. 15 would be an easy loadout. Just don't put the 3rd one in here. That makes sense to me. But you see how that was kind of up at an angle right there? It will go in. You just got to get it just right. It's unfortunate the ramp doesn't hold cargo, because man, you can hold a pile of cargo on this thing. If it would hold it, but it won't. It'll morph right through the door and end up on the deck. And there we go. Boom. See, that wasn't hard. It almost seems like when the door raises, the landing gear comes up, and it's like that front landing gear interacts with the cargo some kind of way. I don't know how, but the geometry of that foot coming up hits that cargo and then causes it to go flying. It's the weirdest thing. And now I'm kind of pre-positioned in these threes. Pre-positioning these 1SU containers is kind of what I was thinking. And I was thinking we're just going to get 3 up here. That's what I figured. So total, we're up to 30 SCU right now. So it's already loaded in this ship. We got 4 more to go. Cool thing is, if you pre-position them, you could actually look over the edge and grab them and pull them up to you, which is pretty cool. So I open this up and I'm like, man, I got room for 1 more box. So I stick this one in here, and boom, cool. And there we go. It's 32 SCU. I already know I can get, or at least I suspect I can get 3 up here. And I'm kind of thinking you might be able to do maybe 1 on the ramp on this elevator. But I didn't want to risk it. So now I'm going to send that down and grab it from here. It's not impossible. It's just kind of fiddly. You just got to play with it. There we go. Cool. There you go. Just set it on top of another box. Yep. Isn't that cool? Do we have room to do that? That's awesome. Now the problem that I found is like I want it. The game keeps wanting me to interact with this ladder, and I don't want that. So I don't like the automatic grab the ladder bit. I wish it was a button you had to push or something. There we go. Basically, I just got to get this one other SCU in here and we'll be good to go. But I kind of feel like you could grab a 2 and put a 2 on there and you could get this to 35. But I really wasn't keen on having it live on the ramp. But I honestly think it will. I really do. Live on the elevator, I mean. I was sitting here thinking, like, I probably should go up there and pull it up, so I was kind of pre-positioned in it. And we'll send this thing down. Try to move all this back out of the way. So I have a path to get up to the ladder. There we go. There we go. It wasn't too bad. Set it right here. It's caught on the edge. See, it won't go up the ladder, but that's okay because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up here. We'll get into the pilot seat and hit that button, close all doors, and it'll raise the elevator up. It will be set. Well, right now we got 34 SCU loaded up. Hit the button, ready to close all doors, and there we go. And now we're going to pop back down to Orison. Because honestly, you know, in my mind I wanted to test, will this cargo stick? Will it still be there after doing a jump and flying? And so, because all this is for naught if you lose all of it, right? So anyway, that's what we're gonna do. What a good looking ship. I mean, it's goofy, but it's a good looking ship.
Thank you, and please visit again.
Man, this game is beautiful. I know I said that earlier, but man.
Landing gear up. Shield system offline.
That was a comm array. You gotta jump to the planet, and then you can jump over to the to Orison.
Quantum drive is now off. Quantum drive is now on.
That's so cool looking. Here we are back at Orison. I'm trying to speed this up for you. I just wanted to show you that there was no shenanigans. I flew straight in and landed. You see my hangar deck is kind of borked a little bit. It's got this little brown wall around it, which will disappear in a minute. The game is goofy, man, with IE and all this junk going on inside of it's just all kinds of weird things are happening. And there's going to be another weird thing that's going to happen when the game when I unload this. So I'm going to basically fast forward through the unload process it just basically, you know, you saw me load it. Unloading is actually obviously easier. Just throw it down the elevator shaft and get after it. You know, definitely a lot easier to load it. That's for sure. I'm going to cut to the chase here in just a minute. There we go. Yeah, just chunk it. Yep, that's what you want to do. So yeah, here we go. Like I said, I just wanted you to see it. You know, like it's all there. I figure it's like, man, I don't want to sit and watch somebody unload at least in real time, but I still want you to see it. Like, now pulling some of these out, it's easier to stand on the elevator like those. So you want to have the elevator up to pull out the twos. It just makes it a whole lot easier. You really only need to do that for the twos, and once you get the crafting room open, it becomes so much easier. You can actually turn around and push them out. There we go. We're getting close. We're almost done. I think I left a 2 up there. Yep. I thought I still had a 2 up there. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay. Yep. Shoot, one trying to kill me. All right. So I stacked them all up and counted them up. It had 18 up on the second deck. Now we're going to unload this one. See how easy it just comes right out. It's no problem. All right. Yep. There we go. Not too bad. Oh, watch this. Some odd's about to happen here. In just a second. This container's going to disappear. Watch this. See, it's gone. The game stole the 2 from me. And I didn't notice it initially when I was recording. I did not notice it. But I kept thinking, like, man, it just, like, what happened? But yeah, as you can see, I should be 34 boxes standing right there, but the game stole one from me. And the whole time I'm thinking, man, like, wow, I thought it was more. It should be more. I was like, why am I missing a 2? And sure enough, when I was actually doing the editing is when I noticed it. So there you go. It'll hold 34, maybe 35. All right, next thing we're going to do is we're going to see what kind of ground vehicles will this ship hold.
So if you get a wild hair and you decide you want to try to run bunkers and you come across one where the turrets are active, you're going to need to park this ship fairly far away because this thing is 21 meters high with the wings folded. So that means it's going to be a big target. You're going to have to park outside of the range of those guns, okay? even if you park behind a small hill, it will continue to shoot at you. And if your wing is sticking up, it's going to hit it and you're going to take damage. So what it means is you're going to need to either walk in or ride one of these vehicles in. So in this part of the video, I wanted to see what will fit. I already know some of it will, so let's get to it. And we'll just try to, it's going to want to roll. I don't want it to, I just want to bring it in. There we go. And now it's in. It's goofy, I know, guys, I know. There we go. So, and I don't know why these things want to tip over. They just do. And we're gonna come in. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. So it's really tough to get it come in here. All right, I have to push it in. And the easiest way for me to do that, say the easiest way, is to push it in. Let's see. There we go. It's not great, but it's in. The next thing is X1 Force by Orison. We'll stick it in there. Usually, oh, up, back up. It's trying to gobble my. You gotta be careful with these things, man. I'm telling you, these bikes just want to. These bikes want you to die. If you didn't know that already, they hate your life, and so they try to take it from you any chance they can get. All right, so and quit moving, and we'll take it. Push it on in there. There you go. So yeah, it's in. Whatever. So there's an X1 Force. It's in. Last time I tried to stick this in here, it got stuck. Alright, so yep, it's in. Great. No problem. Probably the one I would pick anyway. It has like 600 SCU of storage in the back. It's just going to be too wide. Yeah, it's a big negative. Ship is saying, no, get that mess away from me. It's not Drake. How dare you try to enter me with that product? With a, yeah, okay, I'll just shut up. Let's get out of that. Alright, so the STV is a no. I can just do that. So, and this one, I mean, it's just too wide, and it's hitting the ship, that beam across the top. So that's going to be no for these. The only other wheeled vehicle I can think of is that little teeny tiny gray. Let's see if I can go forward. Perfect. Boy,
Would it be easier to just do this to get it out? Yeah. It's definitely going to be the way to go. Maybe. If we can. It's tight. PTV. There we go. That's about. You gotta get it just kind of just right. And what you want to do is just. It's not foolproof. What you want to do is you want to get it up on this elevator. About right. You want to get this pack right here. Oop, oop. Nope, it slipped. It slipped. It slipped too far that way. Oh. Nope. It's very tough to do. There we go. Nope. Ah, it was in this. It was in the right spot. There we go. That'll work. Then you should be able to close this, and off it goes. And basically, it's just going to live in that elevator. And then when you get ready to get it, you just open this up. It's going to come down, and you can just grab it and pull it out like that. And you can use it. All right, so we're going to take this thing out. Can it fight? So we're going to take it out and do one little quick bounty mission in it. And I think I'm going to be coming up against like a 100i or something like that. And for whatever reason, the game wouldn't turn on my lead pips. So I just had to do it the old-fashioned way and just pretty much guess where to put my crosshairs, and off we go. No, fighting in them in this rocky areas. It'll get you puckered up, you know, as long as you don't get too far into it. This thing is like 51 meters wide with the wings extended, so it's a big ship and a big target. But fortunately, this ship is very narrow.
Hello, help here!
System is hit.
And I ain't the best combat pilot, so don't beat me up too bad. Just doing the best I can. Trying to lead them a little bit. And I was yanking as hard as I could on my HOTAS. I got the Verpal Constellation Alpha, and so I got 2 of them. And I'm gonna tell you, man, once I got that second throttle, that second stick, 2 stick setup is the way to go. I haven't used the throttle quadrant since then. And don't get me wrong, I use it for buttons. That's what I use it mainly for, is for buttons. This ship is stock, y'all, by the way, if you hadn't figured it out yet. It's completely stock. I've done nothing to it. Imagine if you throw some attritions on and upgrade some stuff, it'll probably be a little better. But yeah, it is what it is.
All right, guys, that's it. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for sticking around and listening to me babble about the Clipper. I really do appreciate it. If you think the video was a complete trash and you feel so inclined, please give me a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, and I hope you do, please consider giving me maybe hitting that subscribe button. That'd be awesome. I really would appreciate that. If not, then anyway, thanks for coming by. Anyway, guys, it was a lot of fun. This ship is really cool. Thank you so much. I hope y'all have a great day. Y'all take care. And as always, we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.